all can remember at a young age when our parents would come into our rooms to make sure that we were asleep or to read a bedtime story. And I love those moments because I wanted my mama to read a long story. And the reason I wanted a long story was because I wasn't ready in my mind to go to sleep. Now, mama was real smart about this when dealing with me. When she would come into the room which my brother and I shared, she would announce what she would read and wouldn't read. And I mean to tell you the truth that she would say, I'm going to read a short story more often than she would say, I'm going to read a long story. Now, when she was going to do a short story, she had a routine to read nursery rhymes. Now, I love nursery rhymes, and I believe you can't call yourself a child if you don't know at least one nursery rhyme. Like, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Or, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. You see, nursery rhymes were little rap songs that helped children's memorization and rhythm. You know, I made my first musical hit off of a nursery rhyme. And no, you can't search for it by using Google or YouTube, because when I created, I felt that no one needs to hear this. It was the best song that has ever been created. That was all in my mind. Now, there is one nursery rhyme that I didn't like when my mother read it to me for the first time. The nursery rhyme of Humpty Dumpty. You see, this nursery rhyme had me really shook up because I grew up in the era of Peanuts, the cartoon. You see, in Peanuts, the main character was Charlie Brown, who was always getting on the wrong side of the stick. He couldn't do anything right in the eyes of the others. Every time that Charlie Brown was portrayed as a hero or about to become victorious, here it comes, the fall. Charlie Brown would show signs at that moment of brokenness. Humpty Dumpty fit into that same class when a person, cartoon figure, or nursery rhyme character is doing well, and then the fall. Now, the fall usually has these characters in a place of brokenness. By me being just a spectator, I wonder how or who is going to help them in their brokenness. There are many times when I see the fall, not only in my life, but others, that brings a season of brokenness. That is a hard place to be at, where everything is going well. Seems like you are on top of everything, enjoying life, but out of the blue, it takes a tumble, a fall that you might have caused, or one that you had no control over. But that fall places you in a state of brokenness. Death of loved ones can cause brokenness. Separation can cause brokenness. Financial difficulties can cause brokenness. Betrayal can cause brokenness. These are just a few that can cause anyone to fall into a season of brokenness. Now, I know that Humpty Dumpty was not a real character. Matter of fact, the story of Humpty Dumpty is that he was actually a cannon that was used during the English Civil War. But through this nursery rhyme character, I would like for the next 4 weeks to see ways how Humpty Dumpty can be placed back together again. How we, if we are broken, can be placed back together again. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horsemen and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty back together again. Keywords are king's horsemen and king's men, but it didn't say the king. I see you next week as we start this new series of the Humpty Dumpty story. Brokenness. Amen.